Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Proxima Beyond episode. I think it's 22 right now. We're back into Space Engineers. We're back at the Bounty Bee. This is where we left off. We actually managed to do quite a lot of work last week. We managed to make a hangar bay for the Foundation. We're doing some preparations as well, like piping and conveyor systems. In the meantime, we also had some time to think about where we're going to put the other ships, because we still have the two fighters and the drilling ship. So we're going to have to look into that. But we'll look into that in a bit. Now, we left the ship behind on a uranium asteroid. There is quite some uranium deposits around us, which is going to be the main focus first, is to get that uranium into our ship and then start generating power. Now, for that, we're also going to have to start building ourselves a better reactor, which we're going to look in today, and look into if we need any more resources or if we just can start building on the ship. I'm not entirely sure yet. So, the first thing I want to do is look where we're going to place those reactors. What I want to do is get a room where we can put this ship and my miner, which should be there. We want to make sure that they can be landed as well on the Bounty Bee. Now, I don't want to put them in there because that one is already taking quite a lot of space. I don't want to be putting them again on the top and have another door opening up on the top. I think I'd rather just have one door on the top here. So I want to have them maybe fly them from this side and this side. Now the problem is that I will have to start somewhere from here, where this block is, so that we don't fly. I mean, we have to squeeze in between our connector or our thruster here. So it's better to just be able to fly straight through from here. So that's going to be the plan. We're going to move the ship forward. It's going to be somewhere here. I just don't know how much bigger this is going to become. We'll see how this looks. Once that is done, we might then have to look at our nacelles and see if we have to expand them or not, which is not too much of a hassle. So let me just put this one a little bit forward. First of all, how much resources does this take? If I take the reactor, we have the small reactors. We have the large reactor. This one is going to take 2,000 reactor components. Now, to make reactor components, we will need... Not that bad, to be honest. I mean, that's what's this, that? That's 2,000 is 10,000 nickel, 10k nickel, and a little bit of iron. Alright, so we're gonna need quite some nickel. So what I want to do is maybe get at least a few reactors going. If I could get one reactor going, that would be nice. Now, let me start with... welding these conveyors up so that the ship has a lifeline. Alright, all these motors are going. Where are we gonna put this? That's the question. How big are these reactors, by the way? So if we take the large reactor, there's a small grid large reactor, it seems, and that's the large grid large reactor. That takes like 3 blocks, 3 by 3. These don't look bad as well. These actually look a little bit cleaner as a buildable. It might actually suit if I put them there and then have a corridor in between. If I would slide it like that and there, and then we line the conveyor instead of in the middle on top. So we do like a give me a second, 0. We do a conveyor that goes up around it and down, and then we have the reactors in here. Right, let me see if I take this reactor, that, which now is connected, and then we put another reactor there. Like that. Then we have our corridor to walk through. And then we can put the conveyor system above here to link the two nacelles up. Can even put another conveyor line on the bottom just to ensure that we have a redundancy. There we go. So now these two are linked up. Well, they are not linked up, they are connected. There's no link for the moment between none of these two nacelles. I wonder if we should just make a pipeline that goes over it just to be ensuring that we have that. So let's do... I'm just going to put a temporary pipeline for the moment. One here. One here. Then we do a pipe curve. And a pipe curve here. So that way they are already linked up. Both of the containers, so that I also am sure that I can get the resources from the other side. Once I got one of those reactors built, I think we can then just focus on drilling all the uranium, get it into the ship, and then maybe move to another asteroid that might have the resources we need, like nickel or iron or cobalt, but I think nickel is going to be the one we need to go for. We do have an asteroid we checked last week, so we can definitely do that. And put everything in production that we need. Let's start with welding up what we have. Another thing I was thinking is to put the refineries in here. So, let me see. If I take out... A refinery is 6 by 2. 3 by 2. So if I take this out... You guys are still connected. And then I think it's 4 blocks up. Okay. So if I would put a refinery... 9. And I put it like that. Then the 2 conveyors are putting out to there and on the sides. So that way the conveyor is actually pretty nicely blocked. I can put a nice wall around here, or even still a corridor. I don't know. We'll see. It also keeps going forward. So that means that this conveyor line is still there. And this conveyor line is linked up as well. All right. So let me try to weld this up. And then once we've got one refinery going, that means that this one can take over the job of the other one. And then we can use the other one to build the second one in here. And that way we can get rid of that appendix hanging on the side. Okay, so now we got a refinery here. What are these? Are these speed modules or power modules? Power efficiency modules. I might put 2 of those and 2 speed modules. If I do this, this might look better than this one. Like that. Then we can put something later to kind of maybe accentuate these lights that are going to be in the power modules. Hey, welcome back everybody. Well, you didn't even know this happened, but the game crashed, so I had to restart the game. My recording ended automatically as well, so then I forgot to restart the recording. So here we are. I'm currently at the point where I'm starting to install the second refinery. I'm just not entirely sure how I'm going to do that right now, because the connection points won't line up. Holy... Why is there no mirrored version? I mean, we can fiddle around with it. So if I do this, then we just need to make our conveyors go in here. Not that anybody's going to see that anyway. There should be nothing in here, so now I can grind you down and use you to weld up my refinery there. Ah, so now we have that one. Let me check. We need to weld you up. Because now conveyor system is going here. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good. Because the space wasp is gonna come to us. I need to turn on my assault gun to actually have a little bit of defense. Hey, I have to get ready because this is gonna be... The Sojourner is gonna fly away, but the Space Wasp is gonna look for a new target, and that's gonna be me. Or not. There we go. So now, both refineries have been placed and are functioning. And I have to look into the assemblers. How we could use assemblers in here. Because the assemblers take 4 directions to put modules on. Alright, can I start welding this up? I'm gonna have to turn you off because I want to drain my engine. Production. What are we missing? What? Hell, I took the wrong thing. It's silver. What am I looking at detector components for? We need silver for this. Holy moly. Alright. Well, I think silver is going to be one of the next one we need to find. So I'm going to jump in my miner. And I'm going to start mining all this uranium. That's going to be a lot of work, which is going to be most of it off stream. Because it doesn't make any point of doing that during a recording. So I'm going to mine all this uranium. Store it in my containers. And then we're going to find another asteroid. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to jump into my miner. We're going to be mining some of that uranium. I'm going to do this all off stream. So see you in a while, not in a bit. See you in a while for me. So I got a feeling this is going to go way too slow with those 2 drills. I am considering I might just take away that thruster on the bottom there and then put 1 drill on the top, 1 drill on the bottom and have 6 drills instead. So we can mine a little bit quicker and maybe store a bit more. I don't want to be building a large ship because I won't have any space to put it in my Bounty Bee. So I would prefer to just keep the small drill. I think that's what I'm going to have to consider doing, is adding drills. Alright, I'm just going to drop this off and I'm going to work on extra drills. This is taking too long. We need way more, we need speed on this. If I can do it on this, I would be happy instead of having to rebuild another drilling ship. It might not look great, but at least it's going to do its job, and that's all we need from it for now. Functionality above the aesthetic. I am the anti-splitsy. I go for functionality above aesthetic. Alright, that is going away quicker. At least that's going to give a bit of a boost to our resource collection. This is a big patch of uranium. I don't think we have the need. Maybe the better word would be the patience for doing this. We'll see how much I need and then I can move on and maybe come back later if I have need for more. Alright, let me just do that for a while. I'll see you later. Alright, so we did quite some digging of the uranium right now. We've been transferring it all over to our ship and that should start making some sweet uranium resources. Let's see how much we have uranium. So we got 236 uranium ingots already and we are making more. So we should be fine for a while. And we're gonna have to look for some silver preferably. Now I don't have a camera, which means I might just have to put the camera here. Another thing I'm missing is maybe a few gyros. So this one here has to be welded up. There we go. Another thing I was actually doing was transferring these things over bit by bit. So the assembler and all that. So that we can just take away this whole appendix on the side. Which means I might have to think about putting the assemblers somewhere in here. We might have to put our assemblers here next to our... which means we will have to replace this with a 4-way or a 3-way. We do this, one assembler here and an assembler there. Then we can give them some modules. Then we do our pipe work. Alright, we are back. There seems to be some issues with Steam. I was disconnected. I couldn't load up my save anymore. So I had to just wait for that to be fixed. That was like 2 hours, 3 hours cut. Either way, we're back. I kind of lost track where we left off. I did lose some progress as well. So I just welded up where I think we were. So now we're just welding up the modules and then we're just going to connect the pipes. But this one should now be able to function. Let me just double check here. like that. And then we should be able to put this in production. Which is this one now doing right now. Let the meantime work on the pipe. Let's in the meantime and look for those assemblers. So assembler 2, which is now in production, we're going to call this as the main. And then we're going to call you as the slave. There we go. And I'm going to put you in cooperative mode. There we go.
Energy low.
So now we have these two assemblers ready. Alright, so we got our assemblers. We are halfway here, but now I think for the moment we're going to put the connector here. Because I want to move away first before we start expanding the ship and decide where we're going to put the other ships. This should now allow me to... There we go. So that connector is also no longer in use. We could move one of those turrets on this side if I just complete the conveyor system. So this one should already have copied over the settings of the previous one, which was there. All right, now all of this done, I should focus on moving my second character. So I'm thinking about building the cryo chamber right here. We don't have medical, no. So I'm gonna have to go and grind down this one and then replace it. Okay, so let's start with clearing up this area first, and then we just bit by bit get to that point. Okay, so we got most of our stuff now inside the ship. We just have a little bit more here, and that's just because I want to drain this battery. I just don't know how long it's gonna last before it's emptied. Definitely gonna drain quicker when we start flying. We need to move you, which that is gonna happen in a second. But I think we can start moving now towards the nickel. Let's see if we can get some more nickel stored, and then we need to find silver. So that's gonna be the next steps. All right, let's jump in. Yeah, even with the gyros and the other nacelle, I still am moving very slowly. So I think we should install later on a few more in the center of the ship as well. I think we need quite a lot because we're going to add a lot of weight in the future as well. Is this thruster set to an override? Assert warfare, thruster override, disabled. Ah, that's better. You also see my battery draining like insanely quick. Alright, let's see some nickel. Once we get some nickel, then we look for some silver. What I might do is leave my ship on the nickel asteroid and then use my miner or my fighter to just go and explore. So we got some silicon as well. Let me just mine some nickel. Do we need some silicon? Silicon. That definitely fills up much quicker compared with uranium. There we go. We can now empty all that. Do we need silicon? Just a little bit, maybe. I think silicon is one of the lowest ones on the list, especially because it's pretty easy to get it out of stone. I think that should be okay. So we left our nacelle at the nickel asteroid. Let's see if this asteroid has anything. There's something there. So what we're mainly looking for is the silver. That's gold. All right. GPS 80 gold. We need some, but I might just come back with the ship. What's this? Nickel. All right, so I'm gonna fly back. We're gonna go and pick up the Bounty Bee. Then we're gonna fly back to the gold asteroid and start mining some of that, because the gold is always good to have. We will need some superconductors. All right, almost done. Fully depleted in 2 minutes. I think we can actually start grinding this one down. So we need to move my character. I need to start up my second account for a second. I don't think we're going to be doing any time lapses today. We seem to be looking too much for resources for the moment. So let me just do that quickly, move my character to the other cryo chamber, and then we can just move on. Alright. Oh, wrong button. Sorry. I'm going to put you in the bed for a moment. There we go. Now, I should be able to just grind down the cryopod and fix the one on the other side. There we go. Hello. Alright, where's my gun? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy over the settings of here. Copy all. I'm gonna paste the settings in here. Paste. There we go. So now this one should follow the same settings as all the other ones we set up. There we go. So now we got 1, 2, 3, 4 guns. We don't have any guns on the bottom, so that's going to be a bit of a risk. But we should have some defenses at least. Anyway, we got rid of our appendix. That's nice. We can jump into our ship. Let's go to the asteroid, see if we can get some gold, and then maybe find some silver on it. No silver, it seems. Got nickel, we got gold, but no silver, at least not in the direct radius. I'm gonna mine some gold because, hey, free gold is free gold. As I said, superconductors. What else do we need gold for? Maybe some tools. I have to check again. That's it. Looks like it, no? Gold. Yep. Okay, we got 140k gold, so that's not bad. We just need to find silver. How much battery do we have on? Yeah, I know. I just want to see how much battery life do we have on this. 47 minutes. That's definitely longer than... Wouldn't that be an easier ship to just go and look for... Do we have an ore detector on this? No. There we go. We just need some plates on that. Is this heavy armor? It looks like heavy armor. Although I don't know. I might. Just transfer the color. Yeah, so that's heavy armor. So we can just place it and weld it up. So now, this one has an ore detector. Got half an hour to check. And we got a camera. So, that looks like iron. This looks like nickel. That looks like cobalt. Not sure if we're gonna find any silver like on the surface. Alright, so what I'm thinking of doing is to travel to that asteroid first. Check what is on there, and then we'll see if anything is around it that maybe has silver. We're just gonna have to pick an asteroid and just figured it out. Okay, this asteroid is quicker here than I expected. I'm gonna flip the ship around when we're on the other side. Might do this so it slows down on all my clusters. I thought this was much further. The asteroid looked bigger. So we do have iron here. Alright. Let's have a look and see if we can find another asteroid that is a little bit more promising. I wonder if it's easier to just fly back to the planet and go and get silver there. I mean, it's only 40 kilometers away. Just, Alright, here we are again. Steam crashed again. I had to take a break, came back, and forgot to record once again. I'm on my way to an asteroid. I think we found silver. The color definitely looks promising. This has been one of those days for recording. I'm not entirely sure, but if I look at my camera, this looks like silver or platinum. I was like, oh, great, finally, after so many hours of recording. And I check in the bottom corner and I see I'm not recording. Alright, fingers crossed this is silver. Yep, we got some magnesium. Oh, that's the magnesium, Nick. Wait, why do I have magnesium 11 kilometers away? What? My nacelle is there. Why do I have magnesium 11 kilometers away? That's so weird. Might just have to reload the game and see, because I have had a lot of bugs when we were trying to load up. I think that's silver. What are you? Yeah, you're silver. Yeah. Finally. Alright, let's see, there was another patch there. Is that silver too, or was that platinum? I saw two patches. There. What's that? It's also silver. Nice. Alright, so that should be enough to get some stuff worked out. Alright, let's go. Let's GPS this. Alright, let's bring the Bounty Bee there. Just dock nearby, and then we're just gonna mine silver. I think I'm gonna just mine all we need and just fix everything up. We're getting to a point where the recording has been going on for quite some time. I got a lot of crashes and issues as well, so my motivation is definitely not the highest. So let's see if I can get this, what's the name? The reactor welded up. That way we can already have power. Alright, so I've been doing some stone as well, because I just realized, well, I didn't just realize, I just noticed that I didn't have enough stone to make gravel, and we need quite some gravel to make those reactors. As you can see on the bottom there, I've been mining quite some silver as well. Sure, we should have enough silver, I just need more gravel, and then we can weld up that reactor, at least one of them. We will need more for the second one, but I think I'm cool. Oh, I think I'm okay for now. Okay, you're gonna make some more gravel so we can keep producing this main slave. I still don't know why my slave is always taking more than the main, and then it doesn't return anymore to my main once the main is done. I think that's where Easy is also pretty handy, because Easy constantly shifts it around. Alright, so I'm welding up whatever I have already. I'm still making a few more reactors. I think by the time I'm done with welding, the remaining reactors should be done. And that should be one warfare reactor set up to start generating power. That's going to be a big thing for the ship, that we have a serious power source. Might even allow us to have a jump drive later on. Almost there. All components successfully withdrawn. Look at that. All right, the only thing now remaining is putting some uranium in there. So let's do that right now. Uranium. We got like, what, 300 kilograms? Jug. Now we got ship power. And pretty decent ship power. That means that if we find the jump drive, we should be able to power this jump drive pretty well with one of those. Alright, so this was the last patch of silver and a little bit of stone, but the silver was good, so we got all the silver now from that patch. We still have another patch on top, but that is gonna be for later if I need more silver. It's good to know it's there, but I think this should give us a good backup if we want to start working on the second reactor, and also if we want to make some medical components, which we will need if you want to make more cryo chambers and stuff. Stone. I still got some stone here. There we go. So this is going to give us some extra gravel. We will need more gravel for sure, because I don't think we have a lot of gravel left. Well, it's not bad. All right. I think that's where we're going to call it for today. We did quite some stuff today, to be honest. Maybe more than the video shows, but we managed to pretty much build the ship out already in like the functionality of it. We managed to build one of the warfare reactors. The next one is going to come for the next time. We did build the 2 assemblers with all the modules on the outside. We also placed the refineries in here to keep the conveyor system still working. Now, in the meantime, I've been thinking it might be a good idea to actually move the refineries forward and connect them here instead, so they become part of the industrial zone centerpiece. That might not be a bad idea, and then allowing me to actually maybe build something else like extra garage, or maybe drones or whatever could be placed in there. I don't know. It's an idea. But I think it might be a good idea to just move my refineries forward and put them also in the industrial zone right here. And then in the front, this is where we're going to have to build our loading base. These are going to be for my fighter, my drill ship, and maybe my little fighter as well. I think I want to put my bridge in front. I think this just looks nice to have a bridge in front of your ship. So we're going to extend the ship further forward, making sure that we have a loading base on the side, so we can fly our fighters in the side without having to squeeze ourselves between the thruster in here. And then after that, once we know the layout, and once we know where everything is going to go, then it's working on the finishing touches like the armor and the hull, which is going to be a bit of a challenge. But I think that's going to be it. So thanks so much all for joining. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will see you again next week for another episode of Proxima Beyond. We're getting close now to the completion of this ship, and we're pretty happy with what we actually managed so far, with all the issues, crashes, and Steam issues we had as well. Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it today. I will see you again next week. This was Beeblebum. Goodbye for now.